Right, guys. So, if you were with me on the other ones and you followed me here, you're a trooper. You're a true, don't want to say fan, I don't like that word, but and if you're watching this on replay, you never know. Something that comes out might be something you need to hear. And like I said, if you were on the other live streams, or even if you've just happened to catch this one and you want a card, I'm feeling guided to do that. So basically, I'm going to do it because on the shorts, I accidentally said, join me on Friday, I'm doing free cards. For some reason, I was thinking it was Leo Moon. It's not Leo Moon on Friday, it's Aries Moon. Um, so the Leo Moon cards don't come about until Leo Moon, so you've got a wee while to wait for that. But I felt just, yeah, something told me to do it. So what are we in? Yeah, it's not that far away. It's just over a week away. Yeah, right enough, because the new moon in Cancer is like almost a week to it's just over a week today. It's the 25th, and then the Leo moon. That's why I was getting mixed up. It's a week on Friday. It's Leo moon. That's when I'm doing the free cards. But so anyway, nobody's here right now. So like what I said I'm going to do, I am just going to fire out some messages. So this is a type of mediumship Monday where I doubt there's going to be time for the loved ones of spirit to jump in, but you never know. They talk free all the time anyway if they want to. And sometimes I don't even fucking notice. I notice after though if it's like I'm like wait a minute that was, and then or people will be like you were channeling my loved one. Um. So yeah, we'll just see. When I'm tired like this, that sometimes it works. And notice how I said I felt midnight, and we're like 25 to near enough. So it's always the first time I say I've noticed is what it ends up being. And it's because it's my guides and light beings and loved ones and that they don't need, I can sit for ages. Like I'll still be able to get up tomorrow. My beautiful friend is very aware of what I do. She'll either have been silently watching or she'll catch up with them at some point and it's but I'd be understanding if she wasn't watching it because I mean at the end of the day it's like, you know what I mean, if she's going to be listening to me all day tomorrow anyway and I'll listen, it's like we're not going really early, but it's kind of like, Pisces moon and all that, guys. So let's do these cards because these always have quite a profound message and it gives me a bit of a rest, although I always add to it and forget that because I can't find the fucking book. I did have it somewhere at some point. Oh, well, it's not them then. Hello, would you like a card, Charlotte? I'm gonna, as soon as I see, what will I use for people's? Yeah, I'm going to go with the flower card. So it's a really short and sweet message. Well, it's a message that you need anyway, people. I'm going to use these and these. I feel like the butterflies and the flowers. Let's go with the butterflies and the flowers. These have got random as fuck cards in it, but I think that's keep the faith. Yeah, it is. Look, keep the faith. Wait a minute. Keep the faith, twin flames. Right, so let's see. So what have we got for Charlotte? And then come on, Soul Family, if you would like some free cards. I'm not going to do it for very long. Seriously, I'm just going to sit here, 20 minutes maybe. I don't really, midnight was what I said, so I feel like I want to, because I want to eat something and I want to watch Love Island, but I can still do that and then I could just turn it off. And where I used to go wrong before is I would watch these back, but I can't do that now because they're like fucking 3 and 4 hours and that. And I'm like, especially not tonight's marathon, I'm like, fuck that. I'll watch it at some point, but I'll find the thumbnail and that's it. Um, I feel that's me getting a healthy balance now. It really just, sometimes it interests me to see it. I'm like, I couldn't give a fuck now, to be honest. Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially the draining ones like that one. It's like I put out there, whoever it's for, Right, so, um, told you I'm not good in a Pisces moon, guys. So just persevere. What have we got for Charlotte? Self-care. I was taking a deep breath there because I was really sort of feeling, I was seeing in my mind's eye when you were saying Father's Day, and then I was feeling like your dad's energy around me. And it's so I just kind of really feel that your dad is just he's around you right now, helping you with some kind of dietary change. So I don't know if you've been like focused on something to do with that, like maybe, changing the certain types of foods that you eat or something like that, or something hasn't been agreeing with you that you were all right with before, but we've got dietary change and grief work. So I feel, I mean, there could have, I'm actually just feeling, oh, and now my eyes are being drawn to the card that says I love you, that my wee niece drew me. So, and also the 40, now I know that we were 40 last year, but it's like, I feel there's just a lot of love coming in here because I'd imagine at some point yesterday, he was in your thoughts. So he's just saying that he was like around you, and then there's something really specific about you taking care of yourself. And if there's something, well, specifically, if there's something in the air of, something in the air, something in the area of things to do with food. um Realizations and epiphanies. Yeah, so again, I don't know what that's about, but either that's about all of that or this is about something else. Take that next step now. Realizations and epiphanies. Again, I love this because that is very similar to where the divine masculine is at with that one I just finished. There's crystal clear clarity, crystal clear visions about something, and it's like there's no confusion about where they want to be, and they've had that the light bulb moments, and that's what this is. Take the next step now. Realizations and epiphanies. But that could even be something as small as what I'm saying there. There might be something that, just pay attention to that. If that's not coming to your awareness yet, there might just be something that you're noticing that's not good, like, and it's not one of the obvious things. I'm not talking about like, treats and that. I'm talking about something that just might not be, yeah, it's not. I think it's to do with frequency and energy in that. There's something in that area. So tell me when you know, because I can feel it. It's kind of like, here's a shit example, but for me, I feel there's a lot of people, bless me, I don't think I'm good with bread. And I fucking love bread. So I'm ignoring it. I'm kind of ignoring it. I'm not actually ignoring it that much. But like, I said this to my friend today. I fucking love rolls. I love a white roll. Like I love a bacon roll on like a white fluffy roll. I said this before, right? And I'm not a roll snob. Some people I've known roll snobs before. I find it quite funny, right? I get it. Those white flowery rolls that you can only get in some certain places, they are tidy. If you can get one, it's good, right? But my dad always seems to be able to get these. I think it's because like where he grew up, there was like a wee sort of post office kind of cat. And when my grandma was alive, she would always like she was like kind of famous in the area. Though actually, my dad's like that too. But it's like it just reminds me of the wee roll shop. Now that's when I was really wee because my grandma died when I was young when I was like 15. But it's kind of like it's reminding me of that. And it's just I don't know why the fuck why am I going on about rolls so much? Well now I'm saying Brianna. Okay, maybe Brianna's about coming in a minute as well. But it's somebody, this could be anybody watching this at some point, that I feel there is a strong. So sorry, Charlotte, I'm going to finish your message in a minute, unless this is making sense to you too. Somebody was a roll snob, or like somebody around you, either you are or somebody knows some kind of roll snob. Because I've known a few in my time. I found it late. Like I've had friends like this before, and it's like, nah, I need like that's. It's not as if they'd be like that if they're at mine and having a roll, but you know what I mean, at their own house, like, nah, it needs to be a good roll, like. It's like, some people are like that. And it's like, I do get it, but like I said, I'm just not that fussy. But the point is, I'm going on about bread here because it's like, I do feel like I've noticed a change about because I've been having sourdough bread. And before I had a bit of a limited belief, I'm like, oh, it's not as nice. It is quite nice if you give it a go. And actually, I prefer it. So, I mean, this is how your changes you can change. Anyway, it's not like, oh, look, if somebody was, put it this way, if I popped round my mum and dad and you just happened to be fucking making bacon or something and you had these rolls, like, I'd be like, sign me up, you know what I mean? Because I don't do that all the time. So yeah, it's a nice wee treat. But I've been in my life where I do this every day. And I was saying that to my friend today, like, remember, that wasn't even that long, that was actually not that long ago. But I was having a bagel with cream cheese and bacon every single day. And I was telling myself that's all right because it evens out. But actually, it's the cream cheese part and it's the bagel part. It's not that, people do worse, but it's like now that I've switched up, I've changed it up a bit, and I'm having the sourdough and I'm still having the bacon, and I'm actually having the avocado instead of it, and I like it just as much, if not better. So that's kind of quite a weird. I think they're just getting me to go into that much detail, and that bit maybe is even for you, Charlotte, that there's like wee tweaks. And again, for me personally, I'm doing it because I've got goals of it, but it's also because I genuinely do think it'll be gluten. Because if it wasn't bagels, I needed croissants. Or just bread, even just old. And this is like, I'm not a bread snob either, but that's the problem, is bread. I fucking love carbs. Like right now, I'm hungry and I want carbs and I'm gonna fucking have them, damn it. You better believe I'm going for that sourdough. Or I'm going for the crumpets. Because crumpets are quite good too, because they're not that many calories. Again, I never used to think about all this shit before, but now I'm like quite. I've like used my Pluto and Scorpio obsessiveness to home in on but not to an unhealthy point. Like, that's what I mean. Like you can balance it all out. But yeah, so right, let's see what else have we got from this deck. So I feel that, like I said, I'm reading yours and then it's picking up on whoever else needs to hear that. Um, I want to make changes to my eating. I saw something about when we sneeze after eating food, we're having a reaction. So the fact you just sneezed as you said that, that's a sign for me to pay attention to. Yeah, look, there we go. I love how other people see different things as well. What a sneeze when eating. I had a conversation a couple of weeks ago about bread rolls and why I don't eat crusty rolls. I had a seeded roll that, oh, well, there you go then. That's, thank you for the validation. That is just your dad, like, basically letting you know that he was there watching that conversation. I've been considering cutting out gluten for the family to see if it helps my daughter too. Put it this way, it's never, I know, a quickie. Well, actually, thinking about that could have, yes, Brianna, that could have more meanings than one. Um, but um, and I felt you coming because I said your name, but when I was addressing Charlotte, I said Brianna. I was like, oh, Brianna must be coming, but I knew you kind of were too because you indicated. But and do you want a card? I'm going to assume you do because I'm just finishing up Charlotte's. But um, yeah, let's face it, it's always going to be a good swap. So again, they do, they're getting me to share because I just be as honest as I can. Like it's not like. I'm saying that to my friend today. I mean, it's even like what's quite funny is my friend as of today, I was on the phone to her the other week there, and remember I said this to you too. I was really craving the chocolate, and I could have went for the chocolate, and instead, because it helped when I was distracted on the phone, I went and I was like, oh wait a minute, I've put these grapes in the freezer. And I've had it once before and I was surprised with how good they taste. And so basically she's onto that now too. So we were sitting eating the frozen grapes today. So it's things like that, It's like I used to have limiting beliefs like fuck that's boring. Do you know what I mean? I'm not fucking I'm a crisp person and I'm a wee picky nuts and you know what I mean? Like a picky tea, in Scotland. I don't know if well, I think it is an England thing too, but it's a picky tea. I like wee picky things. My dad's like that too. I like a wee picnic. But now it's just like I'll just have a wee picnic of healthy stuff. I'll be like one of these shorts or these like food channels where it's like, it's like a rainbow of like, salad and like, no, not quite like that. There's gonna be something that, but it's yeah. Oh my God, were they cotton candy grapes? So no, 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 they were what the fuck's that? Is that sweets? It was actual grapes. Like, but I don't know if you have the same sort of but this is the revelation that's come to me is there's red grapes and there's green grapes, right? You're all right. I love grapes, any type of grapes, I'll have them, but a bit boring. Whatever fucking black grapes are, holy shit, man, they're sweet. Like they're really nice and they've not got the seeds in them. So they're nice just to eat them on their own, but put them in the freezer, amazing. Um, so yeah. And that was my sister's boyfriend when I was babysitting. He picked up stuff for me, for them. And then I was like, what the fuck are they, man? I couldn't stop eating them. They were amazing. I was like, it's just funny how, when you're stuck in your own ways, like if I'm buying fruit, I'll just like buy bananas. I might branch out, get strawberries sometimes, and oh shit, I'd eat them all on the same day because I've not eaten them. It's like, but then I know myself that, by the way, what I'm describing right now is a total ADHD thing and mixtures of whatever else other people got. It's like, I get to the point where like I'm not going to buy the fucking bananas because I'm not going to eat them. And then when my mum comes, she'll be like, "Look, they're fucking going on." She doesn't swear. I always have to say that she doesn't. Mind you, when we were walking today, she did swear a couple of times. I was like, "Oh my God, Rona." But she'd be like, you know what I mean? I'll end up giving them make a banana cake or something. You know what I mean? It's like because I can't eat banana. You know, if some people can any use eat bananas when they're like going like black and that? I'm like, nah. Soft and squishy. Oh fuck. Oh, oh, oh. I remember once I was looking after my nieces, and I can't remember what one. My weeest niece, and she's again, they're both hilarious, but she's just really wild. She tried to, she was like, "No, I like them like that. Yeah, give me it. I'll like cover it." And then my older niece was like, me and her were like, or was it her that was okay with it? Maybe it was her, but one of them was all right, and one of them was like me, like, "Oh, no way." And then whoever it was, I think it was the weakest one, when I was like, all right then, bash on. It's like she looked at it and she ate a bit and she was like, no, I don't want that. Like some people, don't mind, but I just, nah. But like I said, I just don't, I do like bananas. There is such a thing in the medical medium thing where like a mono diet is when you literally just eat bananas for a week. It's a thing. I'm not recommending anyone do it. But I did do it, and then I didn't want to eat bananas for a very long time. But it's like a cleanse, that's another version of a juice cleanse. But please, Connor, if you're watching this on replay, don't go doing that to yourself. Or if you choose to do that, you're doing that your own accord. Um, right. Anyway, give me one more card for Charlotte, and then I'll move on to. I said Charlotte, very funny there, but oh, it's that one. Simplify your. Oh, look, you see how that ties in with the masculine's message for either the last live stream or the one before that, that there's a need to simplify your life. Simplify your life, Daisy. You've had so much going on that you're spread too thin. This has to change now so your vitality can recharge. And I always get messages like that in a Pisces moon because it's how I feel in a Pisces moon. It's like but it's even more important to take it on, Charlotte, and everyone that resonates with this, because we're in the solstice week, you're not imagining it. It's exhausting. If you can take on board what I'm saying, if you can, if you're in a position to maybe plan whether it's a holiday or taking a few days off, and definitely like when I said, when it's because it's Pisces moon, which is exhaustion and burnout, and just general fed up and all the feels with Jupiter, which expands things in the planet of all the feels Cancer. It's very emotional energy on an emotional week anyway. Volatile when it goes into the moon in Aries on Thursday too. Leading up to the actual day of the solstice on the Saturday is a Taurus moon, very grounded and but then bear in mind the solstice, so when will that be? That'll be on the Sunday. The Taurus moon will align with Uranus and Taurus at some point, and that's when it's like, unpredictable shake-ups with things to do with money, around the home, karmic breakups would be a big one. Definitely with the solstice because of what's going on energetically. Oh, look, and then just to hammer home the point and the fact that you are a Pisces, balance work, rest, and play, Yellow Rose. It's important for you to have fun along with fulfilling your responsibilities. So again, Charlotte, I think you're definitely being told to simplify your life, to don't be taking on too much. Also, the yellow rose is about friendship to me too, so that's a wee message coming in there too. But that's quite cool, the thing with your dad and the bread rolls. Right, so I just know when I'm going into too much detail like that, it's going to be for a reason. Even if it's just to give evidence that he was like with you that day. Um, Right, so we have cotton candy grapes too. Black grapes are supposed to be much better for the body. Well, they taste a shitload better. Honestly, I'm like, I don't know how I've just got onto this now, but I'm glad I have, so I'm sharing the information. Do we have cotton candy grapes? Or Charlotte, I never knew that. What's different about them? Because I was even wondering whether the cotton candy grapes might be the same as black grapes. Maybe they are. That would make sense because they do taste really good. They taste like sweets. Like, I'm not shitting you guys. They do to me anyway. It's not as boring as normal grapes. Don't get me wrong, I like grapes, but they're not as boring. I can eat ripe bananas, but I prefer them green to yellow. Green to yellow? Nah, they need to be yet like, you know what I mean? I don't like them too right. They need to be. you know, not, I suppose it's in the middle, I suppose what I'm describing. Um, I love bananas with peanut butter too. You'll get the protein in, yeah. Might eat one too. I've been off work today trying to write. Oh, there we go. Trying to write a home edge report, and it's painful and slow. Oh dear, sorry to hear that. Hello, Rosalind Crump. Are you brand new? I've never seen you before. Welcome. Would you like a wee card? Because I'm pulling some cards before I go. Right. So I've got to do Brianna's just now though. So. What have we got for Brianna? I don't mean I don't eat them, but I've seen them in Tesco and Morrison's. What, the cotton? I mean, wait a minute, guys. Why am I just learning about this now? Grapes is not something. I don't think that again. It's always it's the patterns. You know what I mean? Grapes are not something I ever see in my mum and dad's house, mind you. But my sister and and the kids and her boyfriend, they do. They always have grapes. I don't know why. Oh yeah, cotton candy grapes. What the fuck? What's this shit? Why am I just? What's the difference? Wait a minute. Are cotton candy grapes more sugary than regular grapes? These grapes are fat-free, cholesterol-free, and sodium-free. A half a cup serving consists of 50 calories. All right. This shit's saying they're like less calories. Simply put, cotton candy grapes are a cross between two other varieties of grape that have a mellow vanilla flavour and then the tart green grape you're familiar with. Who knew, guys? Who knew? Right. Okay. What have we got for Brianna? Right. Okay. Let's see. And welcome. Rosalind, are you a twin flame? You don't need to be. I channel about the twin flame journey, but when I do Mediumship Monday, my intention is always just it's whoever needs a message. So this is like my kind of, although people can watch, sorry, my eyes really itchy, it's a hay fever mixed in with the glittery shit going to my eye. But Brianna, pay attention, you might need to be taking a closer look at something because I'm on yours. Yeah, it's always just interesting to know whether you might have stumbled across us because of twin flames or if I just popped up on your timeline. I don't know. Right, so, but there'll be something you need to hear. Right, what have we got for Brianna? I should have fucking said it. After I finished Charlotte's, they were homing my eyes on that. And then I thought it and I didn't say it because I thought, well, I'm going to shuffle. But they were telling me some kind of realization or epiphany is coming to you. And notice it's not a coincidence. It's not sorry, it's late. I'm getting tongue-tied now. It's not a coincidence. I was about to say it. I was about to make, I'm mixing up realization, revelation, coincidence. I'm making up words here. It's not a coincidence. It's the fact that I was using the word like, oh my God, this is a huge revelation that um about these grapes. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you're either going through something like that now or you will do. Now that full moon and Sag for you was in your first house, so it could have anything to do with things to do with the body, or oh, actually, it's what you just said, setting boundaries with people, because that's the first house, assertiveness, Aries. So that makes sense that you said you've just been recently being more assertive and setting boundaries. You see, that's what that full moon's done. Um, and yeah, anything else you associate, like just with again, it's coming into your strength. There's something there about, like, so maybe some of these boundaries you've had to set once upon a time, you can imagine when it would have been a lot harder for you, but you've noticed a kind of stronger energy in you being able to do that. But just pay attention, it might be something that's yet to come. So we've got family changes coming up there too. Again, so this could be anything from things to do with your family, like your fat older family like siblings or like family in that way, or this could be things to do like with your children, like that could literally just be like one of your kids or something has got like a problem at school or something like that, or again you'll know what it is, but family changes. And then look, you've got dietary change as well, but it was in reverse, so that always means something when a few year in a row and you've got the same card. But you see, it's see how they work with me as well. It's like doesn't work like that for everyone, and definitely not mediumship. But for me, it's like they're working with it because I am so focused on eating right, like right now, And also like, well, in these couple of weeks, I'm actually like really strict and, and not having the sugar or anything. And then I even tested myself last night. I allowed myself to have a Lindor ball, and I wasn't really that bothered about it. It was like it didn't even taste that good. So, and you know what I mean? Because it was like I know that when I'm out of this phase of it, if I want to have that, because this is the thing with diets, right? Everyone knows this, but so this is I don't know if this has got something to do with you, Brianna, or if it's just me going into this, but it's like it's obviously going on in the collective right now. Diets are hard to maintain because it's like setting a bit of an impossible standard. Like it's not normal to never have any treats. It's a bit miserable, especially for those of you that are like myself, you've got ADHD. You need the dopamine hit. Like I've said to you, it's already miserable for me because I love coffee and I'm not having coffee. I've taken away sugar, and who doesn't love sugar? Some people are good, you know what I mean? I've trained myself to not love it as much. And I love fucking bread, and I've done away with the bread and I'm having the sourdough. And like I said, I'm actually really liking it. And this is what I mean. Some of you might have limiting beliefs thinking that you can't pull away from stuff like that, but you actually can, and I'm fucking proving it. Because I've had my times sitting eating a giant bag of crisps and a giant massive chocolate bar and like going back for more and just fucking eating my feelings, you know what I mean? Everyone's been there, and it's like um but something's shifting where it's like, learning the karmic lessons of that. I definitely feel I've turned a massive corner with that now. And it's like, I know, I'm just going with this because I was talking about this with my friend today too. What I can do with people in a session, I do for myself too, more easily now. I could do it before too, but before I'd be like, oh yeah, I know it. But like, my inner child's like, fuck it, I deserve it. I work hard. And this is so funny because I done this with a client recently, the one I done the 3 sessions with. It doesn't matter who you are. It's kind of the same, isn't it? If you think about it, your inner child's like, I can do this. I work hard. So obviously when I sit on here for like hours on end, I'm helping people, blah, blah, blah. You can see how my inner child will be like, fuck sake, if you want to have a bag of crisps, if you want to have some chocolate, if you want to fucking have a feast, you fucking bash on hen. You've put the time in. Whereas now, I'm negotiating with my inner child like I done with my client, like I do with any clients when I'm doing food. It's like, yeah, you could go to town, but then you're going to feel shit about yourself. And really, you could be kind to yourself and you could be, depends where people are at. Like with my goals, I'm going to go hard with strict for a couple of weeks and then I'm going to balance it out with what I'm saying. Like I've got a system where I'll fill up on the fruit and the veg, and then by the time I get to the chocolate, I might not even want it because I've had enough healthy stuff. And if I do, it's not a problem. You know what I mean? But you have to find ways if and that's for only for people that you know you've got a real sweet tooth. But yeah, I feel it's the same. There's something coming through because Charlotte got that too. The dietary change could be you're either maybe developing an allergy or an allergy is coming to the surface, or it could just be you're noticing eating this way isn't serving me, it's making me feel sluggish, and so however it all fits. And decisions. Look, and you've got a daisy on that too, and that's from a different deck. So there's something about some kind of decision that's coming up, about something that will simplify your life, some kind of transformation, and you've got to keep the faith. And look at all the butterflies when you like the butterflies too. It is a butterfly deck, mind you. Family changes again has come up, and parental care. So that's really interesting. I don't know if that's either you as a parent with your kids, or it is something about like one of your parents or something. So that'd be interesting to know, but it must be something. Um, Paying attention, oh, for sure, I've definitely been good to myself and standing my ground and my boundaries, which would have been hard for me before, even when it doesn't feel good, but I know it's what's best. Well done, I'm proud of you. I feel like I'm learning about that with my health and fitness as well. Well, there you go. So again, if you don't know what all that's about, then it could just be like a heads up or something about um yeah, I don't know. I kind of just feel like it's something like maybe it's within this Pisces moon period. Like I don't know if like I know your weirdest one. Sometimes when we were on the call. Oh, I miss her. She was funny. What age is she now, honey? She was a cutie. But you know what I mean? It's like there might I don't maybe that'd be weird if it specifically is her. But yeah. And I'm feeling her. If she gets emotional in the Pisces moon, I'm feeling her pain. A lot of us do. Yeah, I don't know what it is. You'll know. Tell me when it happens, though. I don't think it's happened yet. Um, Look at this. It's like I feel she's going to be feeling the kind of the world energy. Like I don't know if you've noticed that before because I saw the world energy card and I'm looking at chakra clearing. Look, world energy. The earth is going through a transition of energy and your sensitive body's feeling it. You're not alone except the help of others, but I specifically feel um it's your weakest one. An emotional healing, bleeding heart. It's safe for you to let go of old emotional pain. By doing so, you allow your heart to mend. Chakra clearing. By clearing your chakras, you open yourself up to divine wisdom. Let's just see what you're saying. Because I pulled family changes was twice in reverse. Um, uh, Interesting. I've been talking about my story with Sammy more on social media. I haven't used his name, but I wonder if that has something to do with it. Oh yeah, well maybe it could be. Um, you'll know. Let's see what else. New idea. Your new idea is divinely guided and meant to be shared with others. Talk up, sorry, but what about that's quite cool confirmation. Continue to work on it as you're on the right path. That's not a coincidence what you just said, and then that's come out. So become the true you. Show the world who you really are and what you're born to do. That's quite beautiful. See, even if that could even just be that I'd say that the people that got a message tonight, you really needed these messages because that's what I mean about. I'm just doing it quickly, but I mean I say quickly. Have I not already been on for half an hour? Um, Fuck knows. I'm going to go after this. So Rosalind, right? So, and that's okay if you're not sure if you're a twin flame. You would work it out if you choose to come in. You know. If you choose to come and hang out more, it'll become apparent if you are or not. I'm always, like I said, on these Mediumship Monday ones, that is my invite to people to just, you don't need to be a twin flame. It's just you've got to stomach the fact that twin flames are going to come up a lot. So as long as you can work with as long as you can work with it, people out there, I'll work with it. Because the only other alternative is, I have another channel and it's just, I'm not really too keen on that because this is not as easy as it looks. Not in this day and age. It's like, I've not got the fucking energy to do that, to be honest. So we'll just do it here. Um, There it is. Shade away, I guess. Be vulnerable and let it shine. Absolutely. That is what I am doing, and that is what, yes, if you're guided to do it, then it must be part of your path. Especially if people are guided to work with me closely, because I can help people do that. So, or I've helped people do it in the past. So, what have we got? Um, right. What have we got for Rosalind? What does she most need to hear? Join in. Well, you are joining in. How funny is that? So yeah, again, I feel it's like, I feel that is just quite simply. It takes a lot of courage to talk on these chats. Like, like that is the way that I personally feel about it. Not all chats are inviting or safe to talk on. And the thing that always likes it's an interesting thing to me. You're very welcome. What's an interesting thing for me is like what are they trying to tell me here? I've noticed, and because I'm a people watcher, right, and definitely online as well. But it's kind of funny, like sometimes in these kind of busier places, sometimes it's you are welcome, and it's something within you, and you're perceiving that you're not welcome. Because I hate that about here, but I would hate to think that anyone was like pure dying to talk and they don't do it because they're like, oh, I'm not one of the regular chatters, right? And it's like, but I know for a fact as I'm saying this because it's a Pisces moon too, there will be some people like that and they will create some big narrative in their head that they're not welcome and they're not like, the names that I'm reading out. But I have to say, like, that is, for a lot of people watching, like, that's not true. Like, if somebody talks, like, whether you're brand new or you've been watching a while, like, I celebrate it. Because I remember when I used to feel like that too. And like I said, it's not, in some cases, it's still like that. Because I say when it's relevant and it feels like it's relevant to say it. Um, Unfortunately, like I could talk from a completely different account, and I do. And people will feel my energy. Like, you know what I mean? They'll feel that I'm a healer or something. And like I said, people could meet it with love and feel like soul family, and other people can be a bit nippy actually and a bit weird. So do you mean I'm very selective for good reason? Um, but like I said, on here, I am very much about people, being welcome and stuff. And so it's, you know what I mean? It takes courage when you say hi on one of these chats and that. So yes, I will celebrate it. But yeah, there's something about forgiveness. But to be fair, there's something about the forgiveness card was in reverse, and we've also got sentimental feelings. Sorry, my words are going funny because it's late, but also it'll be part of it though. Forgiveness and sentimental feelings, they were both in reverse. So this is a dig deep one. We're chucking you in at the deep end, Rosalind, but this is what I mean. You could have just been dragged along for the ride, pulled on here to hear this. If there is something that you're struggling to forgive that brings up sentimental feelings in you, I feel this Pisces moon, which is basically right now in the next couple of days, Tuesday, Wednesday, I feel it's an opportunity to truly work with that and let something go. Now, if you don't know what that is right now, just give it a minute because when I do cards, it's not just pulling cards, it's like I'm channeling the healing and the light code activations and the prayers, and it's like the epiphany might, and especially because other people have got the card realizations, all the people's cards tie in when I'm pulling energy. You know what I mean? It's just always the way it's been. It was always on Facebook, it was like that too. It didn't matter how many people, it was all the messages blend in. So that's why even people watching this later down the line, bits will tie it because it's obvious with the definitely with the fucking dietary change and all this kind of stuff. It'll just mean different things to different people. Like even my friend that was here today, you know what I mean? We're both in a similar kind of place of eating healthier and that after kind of eating shite. And so, a lot of you will be too. You just get sick of your own shite. That's my karmic cycle. My karmic cycle ain't too fucking well, sometimes if it is exciting, I'm not going to tell you that, but you know what I mean, until much further line, or maybe never. But one of my not so exciting is my karmic cycle was the relationship with food. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, whatever. Look, body changes as I'm saying that. So look, you didn't get dietary changes, but you've got body changes. So and then you've got self-employment in reverse. So yeah, whatever these messages mean to be, but there's something about something's coming up for forgiveness. So it could be self-forgiveness or letting something go from the past that you're holding towards someone else. Moving. Like it's time to move on from that and let that go. Seeking and finding. Volunteer. Again, I'm just going with this, but it's like it feels like, the volunteer card to me. It obviously could be quite literally you're a volunteer for something, but I always feel like it's like you're a volunteer soul. I'm going to do something. I feel like I want to go to these cards. Um, like you, like I say with time, twin flame or not, and again, we're open to the fact you might not be a twin flame, but be open to the fact you also might be. That's usually is that you do end up being one, so be interested if you're not. Um, the love one and spirit are really coming in here. You volunteered, you signed up at this time to go through what we're all going through on the planet, so you can handle what your soul signed up for. But there's something I'm picking up on there. And this is why I said I'm chucking you in at the deep end. Like I can pick up on really like people's because it's the 12th, because it's Pisces moon, 12th house energy. This could be something that's bringing it to your conscious awareness now. It's something whirling about in your subconscious. And me even just saying it now because it's your guides and that speaking through me, it might bring something to the surface. So you might need to even watch this message again to really take it on. But again, if you know now, you know. But I'm just something appealing to the word friend. So I don't know if there's some kind of annoyance with a friend or maybe even resentment or something. Yeah. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Hopefully you know what this is about, and if you don't, hold it, because crystal clear visions, a lot of the time read so far in the future, people are like, what are you even talking about? But people just trust it if you're around here all the time. But there is something, um, I don't know if there's been someone around you that's tried to hold you back from I know that card says don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? But I'm sort of feeling like there's someone around you at some point that Like it's like the collective energy I've picked up on, where you didn't see it at the time, but you crystal clearly see now. Someone didn't like it's kind of interesting. I do believe that I understand this message. Yeah, it's Whale and Orca elders, share your song, frequency of sound diving deep. And isn't it funny that I am diving quite deep, considering I was doing a wee quick one and I've done all like fuck's sake, however many hours in a row. But this is what I mean. I knew it was gonna be important because I was like I could have just easily not decided to come back on, and it feels like it's message. It's always gonna be a message people need to hear. But share your song, frequency of sound diving deep. You work with like the whale medicine, like whale sort of elder medicine. You could work with like frequencies. There's something unique you're meant to do, and you're not meant to dim your light and fit in. And I'm just really strongly picking up on like a frenemy, like someone around you didn't want you to realize that about yourself. Oh dear, you've found here, and I help people share their gifts. So my gift is helping you find yours. Take a break, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Could be something at work. Is there someone at work that's trying to like hold you back or something? I don't know. You'll know what that's about, but let's stand by your commitments, Pink Lily. You're strong enough to keep the promise that you've made. Like you're a volunteer soul. You've signed up for this, and whatever you're going through, you can get through it. Don't back out now. Your angels believe in you. Yeah. Oh, again, I trust that whatever bits will make sense to you, but there's quite a consistent message. Cleanse your energy. Yeah. Again, it's not you. Again. So it's a bit of a shit one when you're new to me, but a lot of the time I am the heads up person. Like to bring something to your awareness if you're gaslighting yourself or something in the past that you're maybe reflecting on, and there's just something at some point. I feel somebody has tried to. It's almost like even like it's just yeah, it's not a friend anyway. Do you know what I mean? But it's like I feel you can see it for what it is now. Cleanse your energy. When you release negativity, the answer to your question shines through. Um, it could be a relationship that I've been entertaining for a while that I'm now realizing that it's been holding me back. Well, Rosalind, yeah, that feels bang on. It's going to be bang if that's what you're thinking at first, that's what it'll be. But then bear in mind, this is the interesting bit. Well, how did you find me? Have you just randomly come across here? I'm actually trying to go within to heal and become a better me, trying to grow, and they won't leave. Rosalind, I always like to be open-minded and not assume, so that's why I always politely ask. But just you lurk some of the stuff around here, and like I said, I'll be live again on Thursday, and I'm usually like live one day, rest another day. It's not always like that. Sometimes it'll be 2 days in between, but I'm live a lot of the week basically. And you're very much, it sounds like you are describing, um, looking for, well, I am a medium and I'm a shaman, so if you mean that you're looking for, well, you're locked out tonight, because I usually, when I do the mediumship, usually it's like paid messages that I do for people, unless it's a Leo moon. And they're once a month, and that's a week on Friday. But I just decided to just do them. I don't know. I just felt guided to do it. So if you were putting a message out, your guides, they definitely got your back. But um, it's again, I don't want to assume, and but I know I'm just being polite here. It feels like if you are a twin flame, and you will only just lurk about some of my stuff and see if you resonate. But people don't just get led here for no reason, and they certainly don't talk very easily, is all I know. I've got a lot of people that lurk on me. So you were led here for a reason. And it sounds like because you're saying you're trying to heal and they won't leave, that's sounding very divine masculine. Because the one I titled before this was Divine. Wait a minute, what did I title that again? Divine Masculine crystal clearly sees the same vision now, but there's challenges with the karmic energy. So if you're not aware of somebody being like somebody from the past that you've got a connection with. I'm going to say it like that because that's what I mean. I've come across a lot of people over the years. They didn't realize that it was their twin flame. Maybe even twin flames wasn't even about when you know what I mean. But once you know the concept of twin flames, and you know privately as a divine masculine, male or female, that you are have always been like, God, I wish I wonder what would have happened if I'd lived out life with him, and I wonder what would have happened if like we'd even, made it official or, I didn't even try. If that's the kind of, if you're always sort of think, and I mean like quite a lot, or this person pops up in your dreams, or you got to watch for that too though, because sometimes karmic energies can pop up in your dreams too, and it's a bit of a trick. So I say these are all the weird tests that we all get on the twin flame journey, divine feminine and divine masculine. But it's just to sort of home in on yours. It's like I'm just sort of giving another perspective that every time when someone just starts chatting here, it always ends up that they are. But if you're just in that place of healing, but it kind of does sound like you're coming out of something that's karmic anyway. Doesn't necessarily mean you're a twin flame. But yeah, when you say you're looking for a mediumship, do you mean you're looking for somebody like, I mean, this is, it could have just been this message is enough on here, but if you need something a bit deeper, you can book a private session. But I'm not back to work until Tuesday because I'm having this solstice week off. But um I'm just ready to grow and get out of ego, thinking and trust myself. We've pretty much been together since 2010. Oh wow, that's a long time, yeah. I believe he could be a twin flame. Ah, right. Now this is quite interesting because um do you know what's really interesting? Like again, I say I've consciously known who mine is for 15 years. So there's a bit of the way my guides work. Um But I don't know, because if you've been with them and you're trying to grow and they won't leave, it could very possibly be that, that's not a twin, because this is what I mean. And this is, they always give me the ones in a Pisces moon. Notice this, because I notice this, it's once a month and I notice it all the time. And if it's, because it's rare, I'm not going to say never, but it's very rare that I'd be working with a client on a Pisces moon because I just don't like it. And I just rather just give my permission, to give myself permission to chill. Um, but I did work on the Pisces moon last month. I'm pretty sure that's when I was finishing up with that client. But that's somebody that I've worked with for years and we know each other really well. And the stuff that I was needing to do with her was very chill. And I knew, and again, it was each session was, she loved it and she's giving me good reviews of it and stuff. But um, throat chakra stuff here, I can tell with this one, this is what I'm really passionate about. It's, a lot of the time people can confuse a twin flame connection with a trauma bond, with a karmic partner. And this is the thing, you can have you can, sorry guys, my words are totally gone. You can have love for a karmic romantic person, or definitely obviously with family that are being karmic, or karmic friends. It's not that you don't love them. If anything, it's like I said, trying to pull away from a karmic anyone is like trying to come off heroin. It's not easy. It is an addiction. Codependence is an addiction. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean it's healthy, but it's an addiction. So, and like I said, that can be for all of it's not, and it's not always like about sex, although it can be codependence with sex. I think everybody knows someone, or you've been this person where the couple that argues all the time and they sort it out through sex, and then they argue again, they sort it out through sex. Not healthy. There'll be lots of people like that though. But it's like um, yeah, it maybe feels like something like that because I'm, like I said, because of the Neptune and Pisces thing was the majority of time that you're talking. I mean, some of it was Neptune and Aquarius, but you could be coming out of some type of. Do you feel like have you already went through a huge spiritual awakening, or do you feel like you're going through a bit of quite a big one now? You know what I mean? Basically, Neptune and Aries could have really burst the bubble on something that's not real. That's what's happening for a lot of people that are with a karmic energy or karmic friends. Because I've had, like I said, I don't know, I don't need to go really deep into all the parts of my life because I already do, but as I was talking about with my friend today, like there's definite things that as soon as like literally as soon as Neptune went into Aries, um and then when Saturn went into Aries more recently after it, like it's just so weird. Like some things that I was like, it was just a huge part of my life. It just isn't now, and it's like I can actually link that to when when I've been in a time in my life, like, because this is like everyday things, but it was things are a big deal to me if I'm doing that every day, and now I don't, and it's been an adjustment. But it's like when I said, I've jumped a timeline so much now, I can't go backwards, and I'm used to it, and that's all I know. That's the only way I can sort of explain it to you. And so this could have happened to you, Rosalind, or it's other people who understand it. This is what I mean. You were clearly meant to leave whatever it was behind. It wasn't, you were meant to come out of some kind of illusion. Doesn't mean it's really bad, but it's just not where you are now. Um, and so for some people, for me, it was things that weren't that serious, but it's a bit of a change. And for some of you, though, I think it is serious things. I think for some of you, it's like a romantic relationship. For some people, it could be a fucking marriage or a long-term relationship or a friendship that you've had 20, 30 years. And again, I've been through that cycle too, where, and the thing is, that's what I'm saying. I don't like to go too deep. Again, I do when it's relevant, but anyone that I've been friends with in the past, and it was more than a couple, it was a lot of people. Um, Uh, yeah, it just wasn't, it wasn't in the cards to be friends any longer. I think that's the best way to put it. But I was in denial for that for a while with a few people around me actually, really. And I would try and talk myself for a few years building up to even friendships ending. I was trying to just ignore things and like my intuition, God was speaking to me basically. And then it was quite interesting, like I said, like I could count on like fucking like literally both hands loads of people where and that's when I'm saying like then that's where like people could then make it like you were doing something. I wasn't doing wrong. I was changing and growing and being able to see things for what they were and not able to tolerate like gaslighting or stonewalling. Stonewalling, remember, is like you could be talking about something and people are just fucking totally ignoring, or um yeah, just not generally sort of cheering you on, encourage it. And it's people do that in different ways. Sometimes, people got their own shit on that, but there is a specific sort, and that's what I'm kind of feeling here. It's like uncomfortable. It's like I'm feeling, so again, Rosalind, I feel this is you, but this could be a few other people too. I'm just feeling like I can't ignore what I'm seeing here. And it's just they're giving me really uncomfortable things that I've had happen in the past. But it was difficult because I loved people. But once you're like, if this person loves me, they're certainly not showing it with their actions, and I can only go by what they're, choosing to do, consciously choosing to make decisions about. And I've come to a point of loving and valuing myself that much that goodbye, you know, basically. So it's something like that. Um, right, so let me just, I'll scroll back and see what Brianna was saying too, because I was homing in on, I did read that bit, didn't I? Um, Yeah, awesome. I'll definitely check your page out. My sister passed away 3 years ago and I wanted to have a connection. It's definitely an addiction, but it's been draining for me. Yeah, it's codependency. Yeah, well, the thing is, Rosalind, how this works, right, is again, you've caught me on tonight. Um, just keep putting the thoughts out to your sister, and it could even be. I'm not promise. I can't make any promises. It could even be as soon as like next Monday when I do this every Monday. So it could be next Monday she pops in my message. But I would even post to you. I'm not tired tonight. For all I know, the message was coming from your sister. But unless you have had some kind of indication that that was from your sister, I'm not going to say it's from your sister because I've not. They would give me my signs, they would show me my sister and stuff, but it's up to you. You'll know. Sometimes that does happen and I wouldn't have noticed. but but what I would say is, just um put it out there, put your thoughts out, and if she's meant to come through, but just don't tell me any specifics about your sister. Just so, okay, I know you've got a sister that's passed. Leave that with the spirit world. And the next time you talk, if I feel your sister around, she'll really trust me. Don't tell me her name or anything. I'll be fucking seeing her name everywhere. I'll be seeing specific things. Like, don't feed the medium, basically. Don't feed the medium. But I just want to say for anybody that tunes into this, I was saying this to my friend today. Mediumship is quite interesting, right? Sometimes it's like, sometimes you'll see me, sometimes I do this and it's like someone's loving the spirit will wow, come through like really wow. And because they actually talk through me, which not all mediums can do, because I'm a trance medium too, you know what I mean? They just, and it's because of the shaman part, they just talk right through me. And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes I'll notice it and sometimes really I don't, and you'll know better than me. So kind of say if you're like, sometimes I'll do weird things with my hands and that, and I'm doing the mannerisms. There's loads of different things that can happen. Um, and yeah, and other times it's a bit kind of not meh, because you see like people have got the messages they needed to get from their guides, and actually Charlotte's dad's energy was around too. I have connected with Charlotte's dad loads before though, so it's like if I know his energy is familiar, and when it's true, like Charlotte trusts me because like she knows I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? It's like, but I have connected with Charlotte's dad now for years, so I just know when it, and I waited before I said it too, but it was like I just got all the signs. And then it made sense with the whole bread. If you watch from the start, the whole bread roll thing, and that's obviously what it was about. Because then Charlotte said it's about rolls. So it's not always gonna be exact. So like I'm teaching about the mediumship here too. It's not an exact science, but I'm just like, why the fuck am I talking about rolls and bread this much? And that was why. Because her dad was saying, yeah, I was there when you were having that talk about the rolls. So so random, isn't it? But it's fun. Um, but yeah, when it's mediumship Mondays like this. Sometimes it's just like that to me, although I call it Mediumship Monday, this is just what I do every day. It's the channeling part of it, you know what I mean? So unless I actually say, but yeah, now that you've said it and but yeah, it's draining, yeah, I can feel that. That's very much what I picked up on in the lives before I done this. Yeah, the way they're showing their love, it's hard for me to believe they truly love me, rather they love the way I love them. That's a karmic energy. Um, Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for the message. Yeah, you're very welcome. Again, you will work that one out for yourself. And if you want help one to one, I can help you in a session. But I'm aware you've just found me, so you might want to, lurk a little bit and, check me out and stuff. But it feels like your mess. I would watch the one I done before this. Just watch it, and bits of it might be for you, bits of it might not. But guys, if any of you's watched that, it's kind of. The title was, someone can crystal clearly see through something, but they're in a karmic situation. So, like I said, there was a big dramatic message in that too. That will be some people's, but your karmic situation could be you crystal clearly see this isn't for you anymore. You're growing and you want to move on because you said it yourself. But the karmic situation is this person sounds like they're quite dependent on you. Again, I mentioned energy vampires and the other one, so I don't know if you feel that strongly about it. But yeah, I would watch that one that I done before this. I knew this is what I mean. I wasn't, yeah, I knew that's who it was coming. People don't, I love how they do that. People don't usually have a desire to connect with someone in the spirit world closely like that unless they were around. It can just be a bit more subtle. But the reason I know your sister is delivering this message is because there's only one card in this deck that is about a loved one from heaven, and I've just pulled it. Sign from heaven. Your loved ones in spirit are waving hello and giving you reassurance that you'll be all right. See what I mean, guys? If you watch this from the start, you'll see that I said on the other ones. Sometimes it's these ones where I just come on really tired, and because for that card to come out when you just said that, that's her saying, I am here. You know what I mean? The message might not be really big and sexy and exciting, but I'm here and I'm supporting you. And you know what I mean? It's like, and I'll say to her, like, come on, shoot something out of my mouth that's kind of unbelievable tonight if you can, but if you can't do it tonight, do it the next time and, put the questions out to her. Chakra clearing. But look, it's the same message coming through. By clearing your chakras, you open yourself up to profound wisdom. And I would say, because you've been learning and growing and healing, you have opened yourself to the wisdom. You're in that sort of, feels like you're moving into that unity consciousness, that Christ consciousness. You're spiritually connected to everyone through God. Use this sacred bond to heal your family, friends, and yourself. But that's why you're drifting away from this. I felt this within you. Look, I don't feel this for everyone. You're a spiritual teacher. Share your wisdom with others. You were born to teach. Like I do feel for some point further down your line, Rosalind, you're some kind of spiritual teacher. Like you're meant to be sharing messages with others. You have the ability to connect with the beings of love who surround you, communicate with your angels, and deliver their healing messages to others. You see how that fit? And then think about it, like with what I've just said to Brianna too. It's like I feel with the people that maybe tune into this, doesn't you don't need to be sharing. If you are, that's great. But some of you could just be sharing and you're influencing people. Because again, before you're doing that to a wider audience, like it's people around you. Because before I was out doing this in public for the past 10 years, I was the friend that people would go to for the fucking old lady advice and what I mean? Or like, I was always helping people out with fucking relationships and shit like that, and it's hilarious when I like had one relationship, but look at me, I'm like, I don't know if I can call that a relationship, but if there was a label on it of a boyfriend, I guess it was a relationship of sorts. But, um, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt that within you. That's what I was picking up on. You, at some point in your journey, are meant to help a lot of people with something unique, special to you. And that person, again, I hate to say it, it could be the person you're actually romantically involved with. There's like there's a dimming of the light, you know, or it's a friend if you think it's a friend, but it's like you're given divine masculine energy. I'm not going to lie. Divine masculine can be women too. Some people in here, the divine masculine. Um, Nurture. Nurture your relationships like blooming flowers, they'll flourish. Gift in reverse, romance in reverse. Right, I'll not hammer it home anymore, but I think that's your sister's way of being like. And then this funny because this is love's greatest gift is the ability to truly understand one another, right? So it's about literal gifts, but I feel this is about your gift for helping people and romance in reverse. Someone you wished for is coming into your life, yeah. We'll stop right there. I think she just wanted to give you a wee heads up. I predict you're one of these people. I think you already know that this is not right for you anymore. Because this is the thing, that's what's quite powerful about, like, you even wrote that. They're not letting you go. But I know it's not all that easy when there's feelings involved, but let's see. All right, look. Crystal clear vision awareness. Yeah. You know what I mean? And divine masculine. You are. I knew it when I felt it. So you are the divine masculine and you've got crystal clear vision. You are a new person that is the title I've just done. So it could be the rest of that whole life doesn't resonate, but I bet you bits of it does. Right, so I will leave that there. So again, take the love because I do feel because you mentioned like I said, definitely when that card comes up, that is the love of the spirit world, your sister and whoever else in spirit. But like I said, just don't like I said, just remember don't tell me any more specifics because she'll come through and wow you, and it's not me, it's me delivering the message. But right, where did I get to here? Right, okay. I don't normally ask for this, but I keep getting signs like from Megan from her brother. If you could send a prayer for him and your prayers and healing, oh yeah, absolutely. No, I will. And it's really funny. I nearly said like his name came right in my head when you said that. So Shakla can't speak. Shakla that's one of my they're like you need to go soon. Chakra clearing, unity, and wise soul. That's funny. It's a bit of a similar message that what I've just given to Rosalind there. I feel he's going through a bit of a spiritual awakening because this says your soul carries ancient wisdom. Please embrace it as you have the knowledge to help those around you. Wise soul. You're spiritually connected to everyone through God. Use the sacred bond to heal your family, friends, and yourself. And remember that guy is really gentle, isn't he? Chakra clearing, lotus. By clearing your chakras, you open yourself up to divine wisdom. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I would say that guy's going through something similar to what I've just read on. And it's interesting that I was meant to read it after. A lot of people are. a lot of people are waking up in quite a situ, so we pray for all the people like that. And somebody, listen, I don't like it either, right? Like, look at this stuff I channel, but a lot of this goes against everything I believe in. I can't fucking stand cheating and everything like that, but it's like, yes, and I'm not saying it is cheat, but it's like, I have to push that aside to just deliver the messages of love. I'm here to fucking read about love, twin flames primarily, but love is my thing, love guru. Just call me the love guru. Um, and love can be complicated, and especially when some people settle in things that are not for them and they get trapped with controlling people and stuff. And yeah, thank God for the uniqueness and being different than order. Exactly. That is a very Aquarius Moon statement that we just came out of, and I said that on the Aquarius Moon Live. You'll see that on the replay if you watch that. It's true. And you know that I'm like that. Because my moon conjuncts the planet that rules Aquarius. Yeah, I gotta be different, you know. It could be a really, oh yeah, I read that bit. Yes. And you are in the right place, so love the support there, Brianna. And oh yes, I will pull myself a few cards. Um, right, so let's see. And again, like that's not coincidence because what Brianna said, like, Brianna, you can even recognize that with what I'm saying to Rosalind. You'll have been at that point somewhere in your life and you just know like this is not, it's not a nice place, especially because when you've been in that position, you had kids and, it's not, it's horrible. Like you said, that's why I can't be the person that goes through that, but I can help the people that go through that, ironically. You know what I mean? So I can deliver the messages, but it's like, there's probably something going on there where, you know what I mean? Like you're recognizing that, oh, that moment, accept, coming out of some kind of denial. But it's, you're worth it to be happy, Rosalind. So if you're not happy and you're growing, and this person is not wanting to grow with you, and I mean, I have to say they're holding you back. Again, love for whoever your person. I hope they're not in the room. I'm fucking throwing stuff at the. But there's definitely it feels like there's a soul contract coming to an end there. Um, right, okay. So sending you the love, and let's. What do I need? I will pull one for my divine feminine and my inner divine masculine. So I was explaining this to my friend today. This is my energy. So I can read on my energy because it's my energy. Should it resonate? He isn't good. Should it resonate with anyone else out there? I'm not just talking about the obvious person. It could, it could be other twin flames are in the same place. So, and obviously, if I don't read out the cards, it's private. But I'm like, whatever, whatever. So what have I got for my inner feminine? And anyone else that might resonate with it, the same bit where I'm at, whether you're male or female. La 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 la. What do I need to know? Okay. We've got new beginning. Take this as an opportunity to rise from the ashes stronger and more determined. This is kind of a weird message, right? I don't always read these in reverse, but it was in reverse when I pulled it. So I feel, this is like, I mean, I'm going to read myself right. I feel emotionally right now, there's some type of new beginning that I can't see. And it's something like it's not going to be as hard as it's been in the past, or it's not going to be as hard as I'm imagining, something like that. Because I'm taking that, because that's take this as an opportunity to rise from the ashes stronger and more determined. At one point in my life, and not even that long ago, I could be like, oh yeah, fucking hell, like, you know what I mean? But that's what I'm taking it to be. It's like, I've already risen, like the phoenix rising from the ashes. But there's a new beginning coming that I can't see. So that could be in any area of life. And on the bottom of the deck, chakra clearing. Again, look, everyone's getting that. By clearing your chakras, you open yourself up to profound wisdom. Let's see what's for my inner masculine. So my analytical, logical, overthinking side, my action side, my setting boundaries, and whatever else. And anyone else's inner masculine or your outer masculine, whatever, male, female. Be positive. See how that can make sense for a lot of the actual masculines, though, just saying. Your thoughts can shape your experience, so be sure to focus on the positive. Yeah, that is almost exact same message in different cards with different words. Also, it triggers me because I can't stand be positive. But anyway, we get what it's saying. It's like I just think it's not always easy to be positive. So maybe I'm even channeling the energy. People are like, this is not easy to be positive in this situation. But it's like the message was on the shorts fo stay focused on the outcome you desire and not on the worst case scenarios and what you don't want to happen because you're manifesting things at a rapid rate very powerfully. And if you just focus on what you want to happen and don't get involved with the details, it's not your part, you know. Like, so there's something about, oh, see what I mean? That was good that I forgot this was mine here, but it's because I know it's going to resonate with other people too. Like, there's something that I'm not to overthink. Yeah, just to take the own advice that I dished out earlier. I love it. Yeah, it's the exact same message. If you look at the shorts, you'll see it's the exact same message. Like, I've got to stay focused on the outcome I desire and ignore all the details, not up to me. And it's like to expand it to twin flames, it's like when I keep saying, as a divine feminine, you've got new beginnings coming for you, and you should be grateful about whatever area it is, love or area, you know what I mean, any kind of area or you know business friendship whatever it is, and just you're not meant to see what that is right now emotionally, so just chill, rest, you know, do something. Like again, if I wasn't my friend wasn't here, I would just be hanging about my jammies, and that's what I would want to do. But you know, I'm going to go for a walk and then I'm going to hang about, you know, I'm just going to do easy relaxed things. And action wise, you know, don't you're not to overthink all the you're not to go into doom and gloom, basically. That's the point. Shadow side of Pisces is like, you know, the worst, just thinking the absolute worst. It's your deepest fears and your deepest desires. So yeah, look, have a laugh. So I can take this. See what I mean? My friends visiting this week, all makes sense. Uplift yourself and those around you through love and laughter. Yeah. You know what I mean? Love it. Thank you for reminding me to do that, Brianna, because I don't think I would do because I'm quite tired. So, um, yeah, oh, for sure. I was looking for the inner clarification that I already knew my heart and soul had the answer to. I just wanted to be validated, and you've helped with that. Yeah, I know. It's, you know, um, having to create space for yourself can feel challenging, and facing the unknown can feel a lot. Keep listening to yourself, Rosalind. Yes, beautiful, beautiful as well there, Charlotte. Um, Thanks, Charlotte. That's exactly what I was working on, finding space for myself. Yeah, finding space for stillness as a goal. Yeah, you've absolutely came here, you know, when you were meant to. So, yes, storms don't last forever. Exactly. Yes, I really enjoyed all the messages. Right. Well, I'm glad. So, like you said, I felt like, you know, I think I have been here about an hour. I felt, you know, the wee messages that people were meant to get, you've got. So, it's Love Island and snack time. Yeah, I've been here an hour. Yeah. See what I mean? It just goes that easy. So, I've been here an hour and 13 minutes. But yes, nice to meet you, Rosalind. And I hope, you know, for other people watching this on replay, I hope, you know, you can always get a message from other people's, but I hope it just sort of lets some of the people know out there as well. You know, it's not that scary. You can chat. I protect this space probably stronger than most, to be honest. I don't know what other people do, but I pray pretty goddamn hard and I call on a lot of protection that you don't see me do. Um, I do it off camera, and then, you know, you see basically what I do. Like when you do my shamanic journeys, I'll go into the more of the spiel and that, but there's just, you know, there's not really a need. I do my own wee private thing and I call on the energies, but it's protected, you know, it is safe. So yes, anyone effectively can watch this in public, but like I said, there's so many things and distractions for people to do in the world. Are people really going to sit and watch? No, if they would if they felt guided to it. Like again, occasionally, like some of the people that aren't, you know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Some people watch it that haven't got good intentions, but I protect it from those energies. You're tempting me into catching up on Love Island. Charlotte, have you not been watching any of it? It's a load of shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's fucking boring, man. They're too young. I can just see I feel old. Like this is probably the first year I've watched where I feel old watching it. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm just like I'm so glad that I'm not out there with these people. It's like, like so. But Oh yeah, you'll see what I mean if you watch it. It's just the way that they talk. It's just what I said earlier too. When those girls were saying, "I love a 4 out of 10," I'm just like, that's such a fucking horrible way to talk about people. Whether it's girls talking about guys or guys talking about girls, it's just so like it's just fucking wrong. You know what I mean? And people do shit like this all the time. Oh, do you know what I did see? It's a bit off topic. I saw that one that's the one that was on OnlyFans that was like dating herself to sleep with 1,000 guys, or I think she did it, didn't she? She'd been kicked off. So she'll probably create her own site or something. She must have made quite a lot of money. But anyway, I don't know how don't know that's got to do with anything, but it just sort of popped into my head and I'm like, aye, that because when I've seen those pictures, I can see the demon. I can actually see the demon that's hijacked that girl. It's kind of like I said, see when you're like that, and this is why this is sorry, this is a bit deep, but this is what I said. And this deep. That's like what I said on the live stream I've just done. It annoys me when people say there isn't dark energies out there because I can actually see the demon in that girl that's hijacked her energy to you know, I mean, maybe she'll get a chance to heal from, but Christ, I mean, talk about trauma. Anyway, right, I'm going to shuffle. We can't leave it on that. I don't know why I just fucking. Maybe it's because it's a Pisces moon, but it's like let's leave it on a light note, a general collective message for all. So, like I said, it's a little bit taking us to church. I haven't. Oh my God, you haven't watched it since Michael Owen's daughter was on it. That was God, that was ages ago. Luca, yeah, because that's the one. Luca's the guy that's caught with a red flag now. You know, a very good looking red flag, but red flag all the same, as far as I'm concerned. Like she was showing very controlling behaviour. And it also looks like she would run back to Joey Essex in a hot second. You know what I mean? So good luck to them. But I think I've seen pictures. You know, I'm not again. I'm not on the other social media, and I don't care to Google it that much. But I think something did come up on my. You know how sometimes on Google it'll be like news kind of, and I was like, oh, and I clicked on it, and it was like they were still. I think they were going to Dubai or something. They were taking a picture in the mirror. You know how people do things like that, and I'm like, you know, each to their own. Unity. You're spiritually connected to everyone through God. Use the sacred bond to heal your family, friends, yourself. That's come out a few times. And yeah, be positive. The card I pulled for myself. Your thoughts can shape your experience and be sure to focus on the positive. I feel that is about everyone. If you are in this unity consciousness, just be mindful of it. You know what I mean? You can have your time where you feel a little bit tired. You can't really be bothered helping other people and you need to charge up your own energy. That's fine. We all have those moments. For me, that's really the rest of the week until I come back here on Thursday. Like, quite literally, because I'm not being guided to work with client stuff as well. But it's like, just be mindful because there's a lot of people that are so not in unity consciousness. They're not in that energy at all, and they cannot be positive. And that's okay if you're one of those people, and you're welcome too. So, and you're held in this space, and you're always in my prayers. And yeah, it's wherever you're at here. And if you're somebody that holds a lot of space for other people, and just make sure that you take the time for yourself too. Let go of anxiety, calm your nerves, and you'll be able to hear the voice of your angels. I feel that card will be for quite a lot of people with different things. Oh, for fuck's sake, when am I going to stop? Peer pressure, that's part of it. I said, fuck's sake, when am I going to stop? But it's like, I feel like someone's like, when am I going to get out of this? Don't let others coerce you into a decision. You know in your heart what the right choice is. I'm leaving it on that, right? Because that is more realistic. And look, that's like what Brianna just said a minute ago too. And I think actually maybe Charlotte said, I don't know who, but you both said something quite similar. I say all the time too, people already know. You already know what you want to do. People like me just clarify it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll come out, mind you, sometimes I do come out with things that people don't know. Crystal, are you coming in with a little bit of confidence at the end? Do you want a card before I go? Are you new? I think it's maybe because I called it Mediumship Monday. It's maybe pulling stuff in. If you want, I'll shuffle these. If you want one before I go, I will. And then I'll go. Um, Because, like I said, I would like it, even if it is just a Monday, I would like there to be the streams where there's more people, because that's what I used to do on Facebook. And it's just when there's more people on the energy. But again, it's my kind of little double mission energy. I know it's my soul that's just comfortable with a couple of people that talk like doing, but it's not like I said. I must stress, like what I said, it's not that other people aren't welcome. It doesn't really matter. It's just um, it's more I just get very overwhelmed when there's too many people. But we so don't have that problem around here. But um, but we might one day. Who knows? Right. Okay. So let's just see. Let's get a wee quick message. What have we got for Crystal? And welcome again. I'm going to do the usual. Are you on the twin flame journey? You don't need to be, but you more than likely might be. But if not, you could be just pulled in because there's something you need to hear. But and it's just because of my unique calling. It is what I'm a magnet for. You know what I mean? Look, that's no coincidence. Did you just put a wee heart because you really resonated with that last card? Because I just pulled the same card for you. Peer pressure. Don't let others, and it's Primula Primrose, don't let others coerce you into a decision. You know in your heart what the right choice is. So if you were resonating with that, that just came out again. Thank you. And I thought so at that one time. Yeah, I did think, like, I felt when you said die, I thought, I wonder if you've just done that because it felt, yeah, I think you caught that when you were meant to. And then be positive. This one again. Your thoughts can shape your experience, so be sure to focus on the positive. I wonder if you've been in a situation where you've not been able to see the positive in this situation. You've been feeling a bit stuck, and there might be other people around you that are trying to push you towards a way. It feels like it's either a thing where people are trying to get you to stay somewhere you know isn't right for you. So in a relationship, in a job, in a friendship, or a family dynamic, whatever it is, you'll know what it is. But you literally already know in your heart what the right choice is. But it's something that's kind of hard for you to be quite positive about right now. But look, reach for the stars. Again, if you've just joined me randomly now, and I don't know if you're brand new, but basically I've done two live streams tonight. Oh shit, what the fuck? Sorry. I feel like an eyelash or a bit of fucking glitter or something that just, but see, that's part of it. Did you see that happen once before when I was on here? It's like it just really, it hurt anyway. It was like, so it was like I think they done it because it's part of your message too. Like you can see something and you can't unsee it. Just like I really felt that sharp in my eye. It's like you're being guided to not settle and reach for the stars. Orchid, you deserve only the best, and this is all you should focus your attention on. Again, I'm ending this one here. Thank you, love you too, Brianna, and yes, thank you for joining in. And the Yeah, this is definitely feeling like this could make sense to other divine masculine male and females too. Like you already know in your heart what the right choice is for you. You're in a situation where it's hard for you to see the positive in this, or hard for you to even think that there's going to be a happy ending. And again, you might be doubling down on other people around you, like not adding to that. You're welcome. Um, Crystal's gotta help the crystals. Although I'm not Crystal, I'm Claire. But and yeah, that's what I mean. Like you know that you're meant for more, and that you could be reaching for the stars and not settling in whatever area of life this is about. So I feel that even if that's just sort of yeah, look, oh my God, and of course, yeah, look, I felt it. This is for all the divine masculines too. Cleanse your energy, open your heart. It's a true love card. When you release negativity, like the positive card in reverse, and I feel it could be people around you, the answer to your question shines through because it brings it back to what I said before I was about to end it. You already know what in your heart what the right answer is. And I don't know what time it is for you guys, but for me to be honest, it's 1 hour 24 minutes. But it means that, not long ago it was 1, 2, 3, which is my sign for fuck it, let's go. Like things have happened in order, and you already crystal clearly see, like the live stream before, which is titled that. Open your heart, red rose. Your potential for greater love rests in opening your heart. Blockages and wounds from your past will be healed, and you'll be met with the true passion you seek. But I would add on to that, you'll be met with the true passion and connection and whatever that you deserve. So I don't know what the situation is right now, but it's like, and again, I feel, look, you're in this unity consciousness too, but I feel you are being guided to take some time for yourself. Enjoy relaxation activities that nurture your soul. So on that note, I'm definitely going to go because that's what I'm going to go and do now with my shitty reality TV and my wee midnight snack. Well, it's more like a 1 a.m. snack. I'm just about and then walking and chilling and that, my friends. So just whatever that is for some of you, thank you for the little reaction things. It's there. It's good when you're doing this. It's like yeah, I will keep going. Thanks. But anyway, I'm not going to keep going with this. I'm going to go. So yeah, I hope that these messages for the people in the chat helped and people in the replay. And like I said, if you're new, I do this every Monday. So it's just today's a bit of a weird one because I was doing the house, the star sign house ones too, which if you're new, they can be for anyone. Um, so we've all got that energy somewhere, is the way that I channel it. And but for now, I need to rest my voice in the work way anyway. Um, but I will still always be channeling and bringing things out that are helpful, but I can't turn that off. But yes, I need to go. They've just pulled my eyes to do what makes you happy and be with those who make you smile. You see how it's still a continuation of the message? People out there, you already know in your heart what the right decision is. Don't let others coerce you into a decision that is not right for you. Something like that. And the card is titled Peer Pressure. You already know in your heart what the right answer is. I will leave you on that note. I know it sounds, easier said than done, but that's coming through. But my contact lenses are sticking to my eyes, and I think they're still working with that crystal clearly seeing thing, you know what I mean? It just feels like there's something going on where people cannot pretend anymore. I think it's the end of the line. And Pisces moon right now is the last sign. It often is the straw that breaks the camel's back. It is the fuck this moment. I cannot handle this anymore. I'm sorry. I can't. I just want to see if the Ten of Wands comes out of balance. Tempest is a twin flame card, but it came out in reverse. Someone's taking a pause to see things differently. It's putting someone a bit all out of whack about true love, baby. I'm stopping there. It's true love. This is what I'm saying. And also, like I said, look, that's what I was feeling. There's groups. There could be groups of friends working against you. This could be a karmic energy in their crew or something, like a romantic karmic energy. Like, oh no, you have to stay in this, or stay for the kids, or stay for the kid, or if there's no kids involved, you've been together like, so long, and it's like all this stuff that family and friends. But there's a group working against you, holding you back from true love. That's for so many people, it's not even funny. The divine masculine, yeah, there's people holding the divine masculine back, the emperor. But I would say for a lot of you, you've went through this, look at the whirlwind that's above that guy's head, and you're in a freedom state now, or you're about to break free. Some of you are leaving behind the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, that's my money grabber card specifically, but it'll be different things to different people. Um, and you're the emperor. So, and again, I know some of your women, but some of your women that are in this energy, like you're going for it. True love. You've fallen in love with yourself and you know what is right for you. You've been humbled, because particularly in that Hierophant card, you've been humbled. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. And this, of the lot of divine masculines you're the leader of your own life. You're steering your own ship. I could just keep turning them out here, so I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm definitely going now. So yes. See you later, and I'll update you on Love Island when I come back on Thursday. I know there's people quietly watching that are loving it. You're dying. There'll be people like, I just want to get involved. You know what I mean? I'm kind of being sarcastic, but I do kind of think there are some people that, you know, I've said before, maybe I should just have a channel about Love Island, but I don't feel that passionately about it, so we'll do it here. And people can stomach it or you can click off. It's really up to you. But I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do because this is our channel, but I'm running the channel, so yeah, tough shit. Anyway, see you later, guys.